If you have a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn sun, moon or rising sign, this is a look at the energies that could be around you for the week ahead, Sunday to Sunday. So the three potential topics of interest to you this week are your third house of siblings and short travel, your ninth house of long distance international travel or people who are further afield, and also it could be spirituality and philosophies. And the fifth house of romance and creativity, also children. So those three topics have come up for a bit of attention. So let us pull some cards and see what we are getting here. Okay, I'm going to start with the third house. Now this usually relates to siblings, so brothers or sisters. It can also be messages, communication and short little trips around your local neighborhood. It can also literally be your neighborhood. There is something beautiful happening this week that is going to make you feel quite cherished. And Venus was actually implicated on this third house card that came out too. This says flattery, but I'm not really picking that up as much as just the good feelings around communications or around your siblings. There maybe was a time when you were crowded out, left out of festivities maybe, but this really does feel like a time where you will be included. There is some kind of wild card element here. There might be something that sort of happens to you on a sort of out of the blue communication or a short trip. So there is, interestingly here, you may have been playing chess. You may have been playing a little strategy game with one of your siblings, but there is a real sense of peace here. So there is, I feel like there's a resolution of some sort that is coming in, and it's actually going to propel you into new territory. So it actually does feel very positive. Okay, this is interesting. So there might be a little bit of argy-bargy. There might be a bit of strategy required this week in some form of communication. So the third house, communication, I don't know whether it is a sibling or not. It'll be different for everybody. So you are being asked to keep your cool and stay calm, just be at peace, just sort of disengage from anything that is sort of challenging to you, because you're being asked firstly to lean away from confusion and stress. So don't add to the noise. Just keep calm. There is this sort of need for good judgment, and just bide your time, bite your tongue, don't react hastily. So be quite cautious and careful about how you react to things. Energy to lean towards is actually defending your own position, defensiveness, paranoia, refusing to compromise. So lean towards that. There is the need for boundaries in some way here. So it is going to take you out into new directions. I'm finding it quite intriguing energy, third house communication here. So help me sum this up. What is the best way to sum this up? It is about defending yourself, but without getting angry about it. It is playing the cunning game in a way, like the chess game. Be one step ahead, be calm about it. Yeah, there is some turbulence here. So you might be moved into a sort of turbulent situation, but somehow it is all going to work out for the best. There is, have faith, have hope that it will all just work perfectly. So it is about keeping calm. You might get some shocking news or some surprising news. It might be to do with money, because Venus, as I say, was implicated on this card here of third house. So there might be money news that has you a little bit rattled. So keep your calm. Be very calculating in how you move forward. So there might be a little bit of turbulence there, but if you have your boundaries, Saturn came out, Saturn in the 11th house, which is friendships and groups, and Saturn's all about boundaries. So don't be too easily knocked over or swayed. You are really going to be called to stand up for yourself. But again, it's in a very careful way, quite diplomatic. You've got this, I know you have. Now I'm going to go to the ninth house, which is international travel and also philosophy, spirituality, and we've got the moon there. So there might be an emotional travel trip kind of. I don't know if you're going overseas or you get news from overseas that is kind of emotional. Can also be to do with broadcasting. It can be to do with tech, IT, AI, all those other letters of the alphabet. Ninth house. What do earth signs need to know for the week ahead for the ninth house issues that may be at play? Well, something is looking to disrupt your peace somehow, and it looks to be a situation that ended up going nowhere. You might have wanted to fling yourself off onto a grand new adventure and go overseas, or really take a risk in a relationship with someone from afar, but something didn't work out, so it was sort of not going to grow in that form. But there seems to be some contact from maybe an air sign individual this week, maybe from overseas, who is maybe not in the best state of mind at the moment. They may be a little bit just sort of down or a little bit agitated. They could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but they don't have to be. It's a masculine energy who loves planning, thinking, very smart. And there's something there about them wanting stability with you. This really is like a celebration. It's home and family. And it is going to leave you like with a whole bundle of options to think about. It's like, wow, suddenly there are a lot of options opening up for travel or for some stability with this person, but they're not in a great state. I do see that we've got romance. Remember, this isn't even the romance portion of the reading yet. So this might all be interrelated, but this person seems to want joy and stability with you, but they're not in the most stable position themselves. They did come out in the reverse. So let's see here what message you need to understand about this, whether it's travel arrangements that were cut off and now are suddenly reinstated, and you've got the opportunity for some dream trip. It's like, are you going to take it? What is the story here, please? Yeah, okay, so this is definitely a case where something fell apart. It does feel emotional because the heart and home card came out. So look, I don't know if you are homesick right now, or whether somebody looking at this King of Swords in reverse is homesick for you because you represent heart and home. Maybe they are far away from you and really feeling the distance. It feels like they now have a lot of hope and faith for a future with you, or something with you, travel with you. There seems to be travel implicated. It is the ninth house of long distance, and the train here is really wanting to make progress in a smooth way, kind of drive forward in life with you. So what is your energy? I need to find out a bit more about this. It does feel like somebody at a distance. It does feel emotional. It does feel like wanting a repair here. I'm going to get 2 cards for them and 2 cards for you, so I can look at both sides of this. Okay, for them, there has been some kind of magical thing, some serendipity that has made them realize they've got an opening. They've sort of found something out, or they've had a realization. There's some kind of kismet here. Maybe you're going to be traveling to the same place at the same time. There is something unusual here that has opened the door and given them hope here. But you are kind of haunted by what has gone on in the past, and you are feeling very guarded. So what is the energy here? This is very strange that it's all to do with international travel. I hope, or international, like long distance communication. I do hope it makes sense for you. It could be a friend, because we've got the moon in Aquarius here. So it could be a friend who is at even a metaphorical distance from you, or it is a friend who is at a physical distance from you. With the moon, it is somebody who does care, and Aquarius is the 11th house of friends. And we've got the sun in Libra, which is about harmony. It's about relationships. It feels like they want to repair a relationship with you, someone at a distance. But you are feeling guarded. So what do you need to, what are the energies for you to lean towards and lean away from here? I'll do lean away from first. Well, don't be too stubborn. King of Pentacles in reverse. So lean away from from just being not very smart about this. This is all about bad investments. So lean away from bad investments, lean away from greed. I'm really sensing that this is about, do be practical, do look at the value that this person is bringing, and lean towards, so they are coming to you with a cup of love. So lean towards at least giving them a chance here is what this is saying. What do you need to know? Well, there is caution indicated as well. Mercury in Virgo, and that's being very cautious about what you say, how you communicate. Be very mindful. So don't blurt anything out. Don't lie. Don't pretend that everything's fine if it's not. So just be very honest. Don't be blunt. Virgo is the card of purity, really. So have pure thoughts and pure speech, and you keep the balance here. Try and keep everything balanced in your communications with this person. Try and see both sides. It is sort of a Libra thing again. We've got the Libra sign there, and that is the scales is the sign of Libra, and there is harmony indicated here. So that is the goal. So somebody may reach out, they want harmony with you again, and you are being guided to give them the time of day to at least hear them out. Okay, so that was the 9th house, people at a distance. I'll just tidy up here and then we'll look at the 5th house of romance. Okay, 5th house of romance for you earth signs. It looks like there could be some expansion here because we have Jupiter. Jupiter is also involved in international travel. It is the ruler of the 9th house that we were just talking about. So this might all be tied up together, but let's not make any premature judgments. What do earth signs need to know about 5th house matters for this week ahead and beyond? So that is romance, it is creative projects and endeavors, it is children, 5th house. What is the energy around the 5th house for earth signs? Okay, interesting. So it does look like you have been really burdened in the past by something that didn't pan out as you expected. It didn't run on a traditional trajectory in romance or creativity or with your children, but something wants to come in and actually heal the pain around this. So fix whatever issue this is. There is love being offered. Now that doesn't have to be romantic love, but there is this is also the sign of creativity and love. So there is a new beginning here that is being offered to you. So it could be new creative inspiration, but it does feel like a love reading, I will be honest. But there is something here where it feels a bit premature, like it doesn't feel like it is actually ready to grow into anything yet, that there isn't anything tangible being offered. So there might just be big, nice, kind words or thoughts, but not really anything that you can rely on right now. There is still some devilry here. So there is some block, there is some negative beliefs, there are some addiction issues, there's just something here that is kind of in the way a bit. So I'm going to find out a bit more about that, but because we've got, there is definitely the feeling of emptiness that you have had, and the sap card, which is all about nourishment and actually tapping into good feelings, that is kind of on offer supposedly, but there is this optical illusion card which always sort of gives me pause for thought that maybe something isn't all that it seems, especially as the devil card came out here. And it might not be anything evil or terrible, it just might be that things are a little bit up in the air still, because remember, this isn't something that you can rely on just yet. And you will intuit this because the crystal ball card came out, and that tells me that you will immediately sense what is going on here. In some shape or form, it is actually going to be very healing for you to hear from this person, or to get this offer, to get this apology, to get this fresh start opportunity. It is going to make you feel like you can come in from out in the cold where you've been shunted so rudely in the past. But you are being urged to lean away from the chariot here, which is racing forward, making progress quickly, and taking a lot of action to get a lot of movement. So you're being guided away from that. So it is keep the brakes on. And likewise, energy to lean towards is the Magician in reverse. So you are being guided away from really trying to manifest this, really leaning into it to make it happen. This is to really stay guarded. Don't try and make it happen. Don't lean into like, yes, doing all sorts of stuff to bring this about. For some reason, you've been asked to put the brakes on here. I want to go here. I want to pull out 2 cards for them and 2 cards for you. No, 3 cards for them. 3 cards for them, 2 cards for you. What is this on both sides of this equation here for love or creativity or children? Okay, here's the deal. They are transfixed by you. They see you as very mysterious and different. They cannot get you out of their head and they don't know why. They are overflowing with love for you, and it does feel quite alien to them, quite foreign and quite challenging and confronting. The fact is they actually did choose someone else. So that is a bit of a sticking point, especially as they might be trying to move on. This is, strangely enough, my card of international travel. They might be at a distance. It might be related to these 9th house issues that we were just talking about. This is my backpacker energy of someone who doesn't have a plan, who just wants to move away, move towards you, towards stability with you maybe. Just harking back to the last portion of that reading. But this rival, I did ask for clarity, and that they really do have a lot in their heart for this person. I don't feel they have recovered from a split that they may have had, and they're just racing towards you without a plan. So they see you, their feelings for you are genuine, but there isn't, like I said, there's nothing solid here. There is no plan. There is just feeling. Okay, so feeling is a great place to start, but if they are still really kind of caught up in that other person, the ghost of that other person, that is no foundation for a good relationship. So that is the warning here. That is the optical illusion where they're coming in. Where's my optical illusion? Here it is. Hiding behind the devil. So that's the devilry that still exists. They are still emotionally chained to that other person. And one of the cards to clarify this also was Saturn in the 5th house. I love the way these cards talk. So this is the house we're talking about, 5th house of romance. And Saturn is all about boundaries. It's about tests. It's about what is genuine, like no bullshit. And the sign there is Leo. And so this says to me that this person is focused very much on themselves. The Saturn here is just there are boundaries that will serve you well to keep high. As for you, this is going to really uproot your sense of stability. You can see this house here is literally up in the air. So it is going to really disrupt your life in a way. It's going to, it's just going to really shake up your life, not in a bad way, but it's just kind of changing everything. And it will bring you justice. As I said before, it does at least give you this feeling of being not out in the cold anymore. So there is comfort there. Cold comfort maybe, but it is some comfort. There is some justice here. So what are the longer term prospects for this? Given that they are still quite chained to the memory of the person they have broken up with. Okay, so they need time to come to terms with their loss. Saturn, the 12th house of self-undoing, and the word there is loss. So they need to actually process this loss. Saturn takes time. It's good things take time, and so they can't just magic away their feelings of loss. They've got to digest them and work through them, come to terms with them, and that might take a little bit of time, a bit more time than they want to take. They want to move on quickly, move on to you quickly. So don't let them do that. They need to process for their own good. Otherwise, this will just plague them, and by extension, you. So this, one of the ways forward here is communication. 3rd house, Mars. Speak up for yourself. Really defend yourself. put across your point of view here. Don't be a pushover. Be very forthright in your communication. But the good news is the sun came out in Libra, which is relationship, 7th house. This is a good omen for actually finding joy through partnership with this person. But it's going to take some time. So they really do need to get over this loss properly first. And it is going to be a lot of forthright discussion and maybe a lot of patience. This could come back to the chess game that you're being asked to play in communication. So if we just if you go back, look at this again, if you need to, or just remember that you are being asked to guard your own peace and to be like a chess player here by playing a calm game, a patient game as you pioneer into new territory with this person. It is potentially a bit of a shake-up, but there is potential harmony in the future, a harmonious relationship, if you can get through this with patience and honesty. But yeah, don't do anything quickly, don't do anything hastily. You will sort of regret anything that is just hastily agreeing to it because it feels good. So I hope that helps. I hope this synthesizes all 3 areas of the reading for you. And so that was 3rd house of communication, 9th house of international, and 5th house of romance. Okay, so I'm going to finish by pulling a few summary cards, or an overview if you like, for your weekly reading. So let's see what else the universe wants to tell you, Earth signs, for the week ahead. So there is the real emphasis here on doing things by the book. Capricorn, do things slowly, ruled by Saturn. So this is all about doing things properly. Your hard work will pay off. Saturn, new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is a big theme. It is doing things properly. Step outside your comfort zone, and that means releasing your fears. There are a lot of unfounded fears here, and this is your invitation to work through them. The ancestral karma card came up. To me, that's just saying there are big issues here, and maybe long-held fears, that this might be your worst fear. Saying no to a love offer might be one of your worst fears. So it is about you putting yourself first and having boundaries and having courage in those boundaries and being patient. Delayed gratification is all about Saturn. So don't give in to your fears. This is your chance to really transform this ancestral karma, these old patterns that you may have had. Because look, you are transforming on a deep and cellular level even. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. This whole experience is going to be wonderful for you. So you are being asked to trust your path. Remember, we got the pioneering card out earlier. This is new territory for you, but you can trust it. You are strong enough to do things by the book and get out of your comfort zone. Slowly, slowly catch you monkey. So there is great sensuality at the end of this. So that does really bode well for this relationship that seems to be going to develop slowly. It will bring an unknown gift to your life. Does feel like transformation. This will be a joy that you do not really see coming now. But I love the fact that you go from an empty nest to a bird singing in joy. And we've also got a bird on this card of loss. These 3 all speak to me that really the only way out of this emptiness is to, with Saturn, be realistic about things taking time and digesting pain, digesting fear, and getting past it. And it will leave you just very, very joyful. You are the magician here, so this can spring up into a whole new life for you, a whole new path. And I just love the sensuality card that is coming back. The feminine wisdom, passion. There is just so much good stuff here. So it is definitely worth taking the long road and stepping outside your comfort zone here. What a beautiful ending to all of that energy. So I hope that resonates for you, my darlings. I hope it made sense in the end. It was very long. They all seem to be this week. The universe has a lot to say. And I love saying it. I'm like the bird. I like to tweet. So anyway, if you would like a personal reading, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. I would love to do a reading for you. Otherwise, this is Sarah wishing you so much abundance, love, and joy this week and beyond.